Hi friends, today we shall discuss table constraint syntax. Yesterday we have discussed column constraint syntax. Today we will discuss table constraint syntax. Constraints are defined at the end of the table definition. Supposed to define composite prime key, that is CPK, and composite foreign key, that is CFK. Not null and default are not allowed. Used to define constraints on existing tables. Maximum 32 columns can be defined in CPK or CFK, that is composite primary key or composite foreign key. Let's come to the examples. Let us first start the oracle. Right click on it, run as administrator, say yes. Let us maximize the screen. We need to type here SQL PLUS plus / as SYSSDBA. Press enter. So you can see here we are successfully connected to SQL. Let us clear the screen. Now we shall come to this example. Create table bank master. Account number 4. Account type char 1. Name varchar 20 not null. Current balance number 12, 2. PAN number varchar 215. Constraint pk underscore bank primary key account number, account type. Constraint chk underscore 88 type. Check account type in savings, current or recurring. Constraint chk balance check current balance greater than or equal to 5000. Constraint unique unq underscore pan unique pan underscore number. So let us copy this and paste it here. So here you can see table is created. Now we shall come to next table. Create table transaction. We shall copy this, paste a table created. Create table transaction. Account number 4. Account type char. Transaction type char 1. Transaction date default is date. Amount number 12, 2. Constraint fk underscore bank foreign key. Account number, account type reference bank master on delete cascade. Constraint chk underscore t type check transaction type in withdraw or deposit w or d. Constraint chk underscore amt check amount greater than or equal to 100. So here the join condition is bank master dot account number is equal to transaction dot account number, and bank master dot account underscore type is equal to transaction dot account underscore type. Now we shall move to adding constraints to existing tables. First we shall create these tables, insert data into the tables, and then try to add constraints on these tables. Let us come to the first table. I have created yesterday these tables, but I have deleted them, and I am creating again these tables without primary key and foreign and defining foreign key. Copy and paste. You can see table created. We need to insert these records. Copy and paste. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 records have been created. Let's check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there. Yeah, 5 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now you shall create table emp1. Create table emp1. Here also I have not defined primary key and foreign key. So because we need to add these using constraints. Let us insert the data into table emp1. Copy and paste. So now Now we have created the table and also inserted the records. Let us set the page size and line size. Set PAGESIZE page size to 150 and set line size SIZD line size to 150. Now we shall select star from department number 1. Select SELECT, select star from DEPT department 1. So you can see department number, department name and LOC. Now just select star from EMP1, EMP1. So you can see employee number, e-name, sex, salary, hire date, mail ID and department number. So now we shall add the constraints to this table. Adding constraints to existing tables. Let us check this first constraint. Alter table department 1, add constraint pk underscore department primary key department number. So we are defining department number as primary key. Let us try this example. Copy and paste. So you can see table altered. Table altered. Now let us come to the next example. Alter table department on add constraint unique department name, unique department name. So the department name is defined as unique. Here you can see table altered. So this command has successfully executed. This is alter table emp1 add constraint pk underscore emp primary key emp number. So emp number is defining as primary key. You can see table altered. So this command also has been executed successfully. Let us try this example. Copy and paste alter table emp1 add constraint check cell greater than or equal to 5000. This table has also been altered. It is showing this command has been successfully executed. Now the last example. Alter table emp1 add constraint fk underscore department foreign key department number or references department 1 department number on delete cascade. So this shows table altered. So this command has also been successfully executed. Note, while adding constraints to existing tables with information, existing data must satisfy constraint rule. Now let us come to the next example. Adding not null and default properties. So let us try these examples. Copy and paste alter table emp1 modify ename varchar to not null. So table altered. So varchar2 is not null. Means we have added the ename as not null. Let's come to the next example. Alter table emp1 modify hire rate date defaults is date. This also a table has been altered. So this command has executed successfully. Now let us come to the next examples. Removing not null and default. So alter table emp1 modify ename varchar to null. You can see again we have made it as null. Command has been successfully executed. Table altered. Let us come to this example. Copy alter table emp1 modify hire date default or null. So you can see table altered. So this command has also been successfully executed. Now we shall come to drop, disable or enable. Syntax: alter table name, drop constraint name. So alter table emp1, disable constraint check cell. So let us try this command. I hope this command works. Alter table emp1, disable constraint check cell. Yes, it has been successfully executed. It is showing table altered. Let's try the next example. We had disabled the constraint check cell. We are again enabling it by using enable command. So table altered. So again we have enabled the constraint check cell. So now we shall try the last example. Copy and paste. Alter table emp1, drop constraint check cell. So table has been altered. So this command has also been successfully executed. That's it friends for today's session. Tomorrow we shall continue with sharing the constraints. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Thank you.